Hi everyone. Oops, what's a Freya? She just tried to knock me over. Right, between the coughing, got sniffles this morning. Right, I don't know which is the best way to hold this camera. That might be easier. I've had a new phone. Is that better? Yes, that might be better. So, I've had a new phone, and I thought I'd have a test of it while I was walking the dogs. I've had a bit of a play with it before when we had a sunny day, and the front facing camera, so this camera that I've got using at the minute, is not so good in the bright light. It seems to burn out behind me. But in this overcast, it's not too bad. So I'll carry on with this video with this camera for a minute or two before my arm gets too tired. That's the trouble with the phone. I perhaps could see if I could get a some sort of holder for it, so I haven't got to hold my arm up in the air. Can't concentrate when your arms are tired. Right, so we've got a break in the weather, so I'm not getting wet this morning on my walk. That's what I meant to say. And I've got to stop in for parcel, so I think I'm going to take the opportunity to get some jobs done. I'm not getting out doing the walks I want to do that I'd planned because of the weather, and my mother, having to look after my mother, and hospital appointments and goodness knows what. It's not good. So, excuse keep changing arms. This camera is not as, this phone is not as easy to hold as the other one. It's a bit heavier, I think, a bit bigger. So, the aim of this video is to discuss my thoughts on the new apps with this phone. The apps are totally different. Whether they're more modern, they've updated and they're more modern, whether this phone can cope better. But I'm really pleased with some of the apps that I used to use, that I stopped using, are so much better. And I've put apps on here that I didn't put on my other phone. I love my OS Maps app on this phone. It's brilliant. And I always used to use it just on the computer. You can see now, look, it's a bit brighter behind me and it's starting to burn out. So, not good. But it'll have to manages for certain things. It looks foggy, doesn't it? It makes it look foggy, and it's not. It's not foggy behind me. And we have, I put ViewRanger on last night. I was looking for walks, and I've somehow come across a walk. I don't know whether it was from Dean Reed or. I know I downloaded the GPS from that walk of his, and I mean I started off faffing about with the Google Map thing, and Google Maps on this is a lot better. I got it for I got the phone as well to use as a sat nav, because my old sat nav is starting to be a pain. So that was another thing. So I was faffing about. Look at that! How that's gone. Or you trying to turn it down a bit. It's making it look like it's foggy when it's not. See this? I'm distracting myself. I'm going to have to cut this video up to the best bits out of it. So, start again. I started off looking for car parks for different walks, and which I was quite pleased how this phone kind of copes and finds things and stuff. And the trouble is, see, I've always had the bottom end phone because I've never wanted to pay an awful lot of money for them, or an awful lot of money a month. So I've always gone for a phone that'll do what I want it to do, like Facebook and different things, but not the top end. But this phone's only just come out, We're going to go for the iPhone, but it's I wanted lots of memory, and I wanted lots of data, and I just couldn't afford it. So this phone has given me the internal memory I want, and the option to put an SD card in it, and I've got 2 gigabytes of data, which I've never had that type of data before. So that's good. And go on, paying, get out. Let's turn this camera around a bit. Right, that's a bit better on the old arms. So the dogs, while the dogs have a little walk, I will finish telling you this. So going back to Dean Reed as walk, I discovered it was one that he'd put onto ViewRanger, or he'd plotted it on ViewRanger, or he'd walked it on ViewRanger, which got me thinking, well, I've got a ViewRanger account, I wonder if I can remember the password. So I got on and couldn't remember the password, so reset it and was trolling around ViewRanger. That don't sound good, trolling. Looking round sounds better, doesn't it? Looking round ViewRanger, looking at different walks and different things and changing my settings and different stuff. And I decided to put the app on this phone, even though I've got OS Maps on this phone. And I do like my OS Maps, because if I bought an OS Map, I can have it on the app. So offline, if I'm got no signal, I can just click on offline maps and I've got the access to all my maps. Freya! Freya's bogged off again. Freya's got it on her this morning. I mean, she's had it on her for a few days. I don't think she's getting enough walks. This is the trouble when you're tied to an elderly mother and you can't do the things you normally do. Oh, not good. Right, going to go up this hill. Right, Badger's vanished as well. So I put ViewRanger on and I couldn't believe the difference. But as I say, I haven't had it on the last 2 phones, so it's quite a long time since I've had the app on a phone. And I was really pleased with it, so I should be well set up for walking, what with my little sat map and 2 different apps on my phone. Can't say I should get lost. But what I was really pleased with was the ViewRanger app now suggests walks going on whereabouts you are on the map at the time, or oh, excuse me, I'm trying to stride over great big brambles. I know they've gone after squirrels. Badge! Badger! He's there, but he's not coming back because it's squirrels. It's the only time he's naughty, that Badger. Right, there you are, Badge. Come on, Frey. Good girl. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah. So, if I was looking at somebody else's map, like Dean Reed's, it showed me loads of other people's and loads of his across the bottom of the app, different walks. And what really has excited me is it came up with a lot of cycling maps, and it gave you the opportunity to like the person that had done this cycling route. And there was quite a few, like, not just normal people like me, like associations type things, like walking magazines, cycling magazines, and all their maps. So I'm dead excited. So I'm dead excited, I was saying. before I had to check where the dogs were going, and trying to walk down this steep hill over all the roots without falling over and look at the camera at the same time. So I found an awful lot of cycling routes round Peak District, because it's so awkward to tell by just a normal map just whether they're going to be overly suitable for a mountain bike. And I don't want to end up trying to get a mountain bike up some of the hills that I normally walk up. How am I doing? Very. So that made me think, I'll get all my maps out and have a look what maps I've got. And I decided to order a map for Snowdon, because I want to go up Snowdon and all that area. And as soon as I've bought an OS map, I can have that on my phone as well, because you just redeem the code, and so then I've got offline capabilities. Oh, it is hard work holding this phone. Oh, my arm up in the air. Oh, it's not as easy as the old one. So, never mind. So, I've got, for spring, I've got plans for quite a few different places. And I've discovered that I've got some maps, old maps, that I collected ages ago. One for around Fort William and Ben Nevis. So, oh, and I've got, I don't know whether I've got a Lake District map. I'm not sure whether I have or not. I've got quite a lot of Wainwright books, and my sat map is the whole country, so I can look on that if I want to. So I'm puffing and panting this morning. I didn't feel too good on Saturday when weather was nice. So when I was gonna go out, so I put it off till Sunday, and then it rained. But my mum's ill again. She's always giving me her germs. So, and Mark tends to pick up a lot of germs as well, my husband, and he's always passing them on. And then the kids, the grandkids, I don't stand a chance. I really don't. They're not serious things. They're only minor bugs, but it takes its toll on you as you're getting older. And I did do, what was it, about 1,200 metres swim last night at the gym, trying to perfect my swimming technique and not stopping. So it's the longest I've swum without having to have a break, and doing fast turns at the walls and not kind of sneakily having a short break at each length. So I think I'm a bit tired this morning. So it's a bit awkward. With a sniffly nose and arms aching. That's why my arms are aching, isn't it? I've never thought about that. I am silly. Right. So, at the end of this video, I'll see if I can take some photographs of my maps I've found. And I've had all my walking books out as well. In fact, found some ones I'd forgot all about. And you tend to just go onto the computer and search these days instead of looking at what books you've got in the cupboard. And I found quite a few decent books. I do perhaps want one for round Snowdonia, round that area. I want to go up is it Trifan? No, Trifan, not Triffin. That's that plant film. Triffids. That's Triffids. No, not Triffids. Trifan. That's it. and I've been looking at which is the easiest route, because there's a scramble at the top, so I don't think I can take the dog. I think it might just be a little bit dicey for the legs at the top, but I've just got to make sure I've got the right route, because the north face, I think it's the north face, is category 1 scramble, and it looks really hard, so I don't want to go up that one, so I've got to make sure I go up the right route. So I'll leave it for there. I think I've covered everything I wanted to say. The only trouble is I have these ideas of what I want to say and what to do, and then because I've got one eye on the path so I don't trip over, one eye on the dogs, and watching out for brambles, I forget things, and the dogs do distract me a lot. Don't you, rascals? Don't you, beautiful boy? Hey, where's them two gone? Are they gone up there? There we come. Good girl. Good boy, Badge Badge. Oh, Badge Badge, you don't run like you used to, do you? Them poor leggies. They don't look very sprightly, do you? Not like you used to. You'd have flew back, wouldn't you? Puffing and panting. Turning into a right old dog. My poor boy. Aren't you? Well, I have found a Lake District map, and I think this is the one where it's 1 mile. Oops. Hang on, let me open it. 1 mile to 1 inch. So that's really good, isn't it? Didn't realise I'd got this one. Another old map, Ben Nevis. So I should imagine Ben Nevis hasn't changed that much from when this map was written. It's not that old. North York Moors. This is an old map, but I suppose things have not really changed much across the moors. And if I've got my OS map on the phone, and I've got my sat map, then I think I should be fine. So now I'm home, I thought I would finish this video. So, anybody's opinion on what they prefer, using the phone as a map, taking a paper map, using things like sat map devices, GPS devices, both. I always take both. I always take a paper map and a compass shoved in my bag just in case. Very rarely have to look at it, but my sat map is really good, and it always gets a signal. But just in case it ever ran out of battery, which it's really good because it can go all day without any problem, but and probably the next day as well. It very rarely uses much battery. I'm planning on doing quite a lot of walking over the winter, but probably no more camping. It's just getting away at the minute that's the problem. I don't mind the rain, but it's just very awkward for me at the minute. But I'm hoping by the spring that I can get away a bit more and do things. I want to go to Wales, I want to go up to Scotland, I want to go into the Lake District again. So I've just put up a few photos of my maps. I've been searching through my old maps and stuff that I've got, because I have had a break from doing a lot of hiking, so I want to get back into it. I think that's it for today. Make a change for, I won't say make a change for nobody to come and sit on my knee and stick the head in front of the camera. But here comes the Kira. Hello, Kira. Oh, thanks. I don't want to kiss. I want to just go and plonk yourself down. Go on then, sit down, lay down. Hey, rascal, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? So yes, that's the end of this video, interrupted by Kira as usual. Your thoughts on maps, which ones you prefer, what you like. Right, see you next time, bye.